Heb ik concurrentie van de NASA boost? Leg uit. Oeh. Ravager of Awaking the Trolls. Een clear Ravager. Al vind ik Awaking the Trolls kind of like the card. But I think I have Ravager quite a bit higher. What else is in this pack? Bounding Gold is not bad. Rune of Might is not a bad card. There's a snow-covered island. I think it's a clear Basalt Ravager for me here. I like the start to the draft. Affiliates gaan voor meme value, ja, misschien wel. Oeh, een Spacewalk live op stream. Dat is inderdaad wel concurrentie, Boes. Ja, daar kan ik niet aan tippen. Let's see if we have anybody at the table that we knew. The Dutchie, probably. Ooh, Basalt Ravager, pick one. Pack one, pick one. Pack one, pick two. Don't mind me. Wauw. 29.000 man, dat is huge inderdaad. Hey Melzelf, hey René Viper, thanks for the follows. I assume Melzelf is Melvin, not sure. René Viper, I'm not entirely sure who that could be. Thanks a lot for the follow and ja, tweede account. Yeah, so clear Demon Bolt here. Poison the Cup, still in the pack. Might me drafting red black. I think it's by far the best card in this pack. Second best card would probably be Augury Raven. But I think the gap there is large enough that I would rather pick the Poison Cup than the Raven. I do like blue-red better than black-red, I think. Great card. And these three cards though, this start, wow. A Little Mockingbird, thanks for the follow. Ja, zwart-rood Berserkers met de Ravager is sick indeed. Ooh, this might be the land actually. What else is in here? Don't like Demonic Gift, pick 4. I'm not very high on Provoke the Trolls, honestly. I don't see anything here that makes me want to switch colors yet. Like, if I don't pick the land here, I probably pick the Chaos Onslaught, just in case I end up red-white. What the land does is just streamlining my mana base. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, so I think Onslaught is the best card. So if I wasn't watching what I already had, I would pick the Onslaught. But I think the red-black land really nicely carves my lane. But Provoke does the same, but I'll take the land. Yeah, the equipment land is definitely the best land, yeah, for sure. Nothing really here. I think I'll continue carving my lane by taking the Berserker here. It fits the red-black team pretty nicely, although it's by far not the best card in the pack. I think best card in the pack, in my opinion, is the World Tree. Like the card, fixes your mana in a 5-color snow deck. The activated ability is actually pretty good because it also gets the changelings out of your deck. Yeah, that is. I can totally see your reasoning, Thomas, to take the will. Not a lot of good red-black coming around. A lot of white coming around, making the land pick quite bad here. I think I'm on the Valkyrie sword here. Second pick. Yeah, it does allow me to play the poisoning code. Yeah. Boarding consideration. Yeah, so now you're on the 5-color path, right, Boos? Hey, Bazoo. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Land to go with the black cards. Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll take the 5-color path and we end up. I think in the 5-color path, I think the Gladewalker is the best card. I think if you wanna go 5 colors, I think we want green to be our base color. But I could also take the Provoke the Trolls to carve the red lane a bit more. I think I personally would be on Provoke the Trolls here. But that's because I'm still not really on the 5-color path, to be honest. Yeah, I agree, Boos. Provoke is something that you can play in 5-color as well, but I think if I knew that I would end up 5-color, I would rather have the Gladewalker than the red-black land is not a bad card. I think I'm on that. Divine Gambit I like in a control deck, so if I would end up like white control or black-white control, Divine Gambit is definitely a nice card, but I'm not picking it right now. Not even close. I think the other consideration here would be Raven Wings, because it's a very flexible and strong card, but I do like the land. Again, nothing special. I mean, these packs have been very weak so far. Another Gladewalker that would go nicely with my World Tree. A Skull Raid that is definitely playable in red black, but not good though. Recruiter is playable, but also not good. I think the best card in the pack is simply the Iron Verdict. But I think I'll carve my lane a bit by picking up a Raid or Recruiter here. Doesn't really care which one I take, because I hope to not play any of those. Wow, Kennelmaster is a great pickup. Like, I think Kennelmaster is the best card out of the last 5 cards I took or something. Yeah, white is definitely the most open color so far. Then at the same time we have a pack here with 0 white cards, which is interesting. And 2 green cards. So I have seen 3 Gladewalkers now. So either people are underestimating that card or green is open. Yeah, so this is the wheel. These packs were weak to begin with, right? So I think I'll take the Recluse here. I kind of like Recluse. Way Down is good in a deck that sends a lot of creatures to the graveyard. If I pick up some of the maybe if I pick some of the 3/1 elves that make you mill 3 or something, then I would start picking up Way Downs, but outside of that I'm not a big fan. This land is huge. I would seriously, like, if I was red white and this land would be my first in my pack too, I'd probably first pick it. Yeah, Firewalkers, but to be honest, Boost, we haven't seen any Groot red black cards these packs, so it might also just be that the packs were a bit weak. I'll take the Carve here. Braggart. And the Wither Crown. Hi Midget, thanks for the follow, mate. Thanks for joining. Ooh, opening a Valky. I think that's the first one, and it does fit the colors very nicely. It's my first Valky, to be honest. I think this is a clear Valky, right? Reward, yeah, probably. Rewarded for what? Having no clue what we were doing. Yeah. Maybe the reinforcements might actually wheel here. Outside of that, I mean, the Coma's Fatal, there's just not a lot in our colors here that could wheel. Yeah, we're definitely slamming this. Definitely. So for those who don't know, like, Hockey is an MDFC. It has a Planeswalker on the back. 2/1 is fine. I mean, I don't mind playing out a 2/1, but I would of course rather play out a T-Bot later in the game. So best card in the pack, I think, is the Struggle. Well, I think Search for Glory is the best card in the pack, but I'm very far off from playing Search for Glory. Struggle is these. Mistwalker is these. Feed the Serpent is. I think for me, like given the fact that I'm trying to get in the red-black lane, I think it's either rune or feet. I think I'm a bit higher on rune than I'm on feet, and then I hope to pick up a couple of helms or maybe picks later on. I think the fine card. Maybe I can pick up a late 5 mana 5/4 that pinks. Rune of feet, yeah. Rune or feet. Oh yeah, that's definitely something that can happen. Herald unite the elves. They're a world. We go black green. Pretty far off that world with Ravager and Demon Bolt. Yeah, there's definitely a good case for the artifact shapeshifter. I think here, Boost, because I think that after the Herald, it's simply the best card in the pack, right? So either we're splashing Herald Unite the Elves, and we're trying to pick up a couple of the Elf Berserkers, or oh yeah, sorry, I'll mute the WhatsApp. Sorry. Well, I'll pick up the Pretender. It's a fine card. If I pick up Squashes later on, it makes those a lot better. So again, a pretty weak pack. Maybe it's the second Kennel Master here. Running low on creatures. It could also be Raven Wings, yeah, I definitely agree. Wings goes nicely with the Rune of Mortality. But at the same time, the creature that I wing up is most likely not going to be blocked anyway. Not that much of a combo with... Honestly, if I want equipment in this deck, I'd rather have the Helm and the Pick. I'm not that big on wings. I think I'll take the second 5-drop here, but that could definitely be a mistake. Another mediocre pack. I think it's time to look into black-green, and I think maybe we end up Junt or something. Simply nothing for us here. Yeah, everything is open. There's a Strider here, there's a Finn here. We could also see if we could get it. We could end up red-black control. I mean, we have Poison the Cup, a Demon Bolt, Skull Raid, Ravager. We have the Cannon Master. Maybe Crush the weakest to pick here, but I think I'll move into the Finn and see if we end up Junt. Yeah, Jarl is definitely okay-ish, but I think at this point in time I need to figure out my lane. Goldfin pick is very nice here. Classic Paul. I think I'm on the pick here over the Bloodline Pretender. I mean, Pretender is great if we end up a heavy Berserker or something, but currently it does not look like it. Pick goes nice with the rune. Pick also helps me play Junt. So I think I'm on the pick. There's so little playables this draft. Best card is the Revenge. Don't mind playing a Revenge, but I would have rather have a bad 2-drop. Maybe Caesar Spoils is the pick here. One of those two, I think. For the Revenge for now. Sweet. 2 playable cards. I think I'm higher on Reinforcements than I am on Berserker. Reinforcements is pretty nice with the Pretender. Removal only and T-Bolt, yeah. Yeah, black-red control could definitely be a thing. I mean... Pick up a... Oh, wow. Second reinforcements. Okay, maybe we do get some Berserkers after all. I mean, those make Ravager a lot better. They make Pretender a lot better. Make the Pick a lot better. They make the Cannon Master a lot better. So, apart from reinforcements, it's a very good card given what I already have. They don't make Provoke the Trolls a lot better though, so... the only unfortunate thing. Ooh, that now Berserker. A very sweet pickup on the wheel here. I was hoping I would see that card on the wheel, and seeing it here, and seeing 3 black cards here still in the pack. Maybe the packs were just weak. Okay, all black and red cards are out of here. There wasn't much to begin with. Take the effigy if I ever get too few playables. Wow, wings, wheels. Shall I take the wings now then, Thomas? I think I'll do. I mean, I wouldn't mind a giant eventually, but I think wings is the better card here. Red Rider, play that. Effigy. And buddy, go. Nobody wants Nico. Well, here he is, or whatever. Here they are. Here they are. That is the correct pronouncement, I think. Here they are, Nico arrows. Well, I'm so far off casting Nico that I'm not even going to consider it. And there's a bolt in the Spectre, so I'm pretty happy with the pick. What worries me is that there's nothing on the wheel, though. Yeah, luckily we do have another pack. I mean, if this would be the deck, that would be horrible. I'm pretty happy with the fact that we have another pack. I'm happy with the Demon Bolt, but there's nothing here to wheel, and that worries me a lot. That does worry me. I mean, ideally I not play the wings. Or Bolt. Is it Shadow Sage? Alright, it's clearly Bolt. What is here? I could get Shadow Sage on the wheel, but honestly that's the only thing. There's a uncommon missing from this pack. Not sure what that could be. Sector is not something I'm going to resolve. I'll pick up my 3rd Demon Bolt. Wow, okay. Okay. This is a reward, I think. It's a very good card. I'm definitely slamming it here. Not that high on Shadow. I find it very hard to make this a 2-for-1. Mostly it ends up being a 1-for-1. Or well, in that case a 2. I don't like it. It's very hard to set up. Hope Raider wheels. I could have 2-drop. Faithful would also be a fine wheel. Hulk would be a fine wheel. I definitely hope Raider again. Wow, I'm pretty high on cavalry. I think it's the pick here. Also given my curve so far, I already have 3 demon bolts, so I'm not really in need of an extra removal spell. I have a poison the cup and 3 bolts. I'm pretty set on removal. So I think this is here cavalry for me. It's a great card. I like the ability. It's a berserker for the deck, so cavalry. Hopefully I'm not playing Wither Crown. Okay, another Turgid Shadow. Have anything white to splash with them? No, I do. It's Pop, Shadow, or Wraith. Hard pick this is. Maybe it's Pop. I don't like it. I like Shadow over Pop, but Earth needs creatures. Hey, there's the Hagimop. Hagimop was the card that I was talking about. That goes very nicely with the. Because if you equip this with the pick that has the rune on it, damage to any target, it's always killing that target. The only way to survive is indestructible or hexproof. Vengeful Reaper is also a nice card. I like it. I think Vengeful Reaper is stronger power level wise, but I think Hagimop. I just like the big Hagimop bow. I want to see if I can get it done. So far, it doesn't really feel like a run-amok deck. It feels more like an equipment deck, but well, life is giving us run-amoks and not equipment, so I think I'll slam the run-amok. Another pick. I prefer that a lot better than the run-amoks. Now we need creatures. It's best of 3, so I'm probably taking smashing success here. Sideboard. Okay, Shadow Sage Wheels. So black is open because there weren't any other black cards in this pack. That it didn't really went my way, so to say. I'm not playing the effigy trolls. Cards do I have? 24. One more playable. Look at this. Black is so open. It is insane. Gift only goes nicely with the Berserker. I think I'm going Shadow at this point. Because I have so little creatures. Like if I can go like pick turn 2. Or foretell turn 2, pick turn 3 and then turn 4 kill their creatures. I think that's a play. Oh, is this the deck where we play Duskwheel? That is the question. Might be, honestly. Ah, too bad. We didn't see the 2-1 burst. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll just cut the wielder. See. I think my 5 drops I like. My 4 drops I like. Like the 3 drops I like. What to cut? I think a possible cut is Skull Raid. Possible cut is the Shadow. Other possible cuts are the 1 drops. I think this is reason I don't think this is a 16 land deck. I have the Skull Karn, so that's basically a land slash spell. I would probably just play 17. Maybe on the draw I can board out the lands. I think I'll board out the Duskwielder and I'll play the Pop, Skull Raid and Turgid Shadow. Let me see. So game 1 I have no clue whether I'm on the play or on the draw, right? So if I'm on the play, I would probably not play Turgid Shadow. And I would probably play an extra Skull Raid. So I would either play it with these 3 or I would board in another Skull Raid over the when I'm on the draw, I rather have Shadow. You don't need 1 drops that much, and I also think that Skull Raid gets less good. But game 1, I'm going in blind. I'll go with the Shadow Raid up probably. Yeah, so Barbario in the chat says I'm on cutting Duskwielder. Pup wields pick well, and I totally agree. If I would choose between Pup and Duskwielder, I'm probably on the Pup as well. It's a way better card. The only reason that I would consider Duskwielder is because it's a Berserker, but then at the same time, only Shadow Sage and Ravager basically make use of that. Is there more? No, right? Oh yeah, and Pretender, of course. Those 3 cards value the fact that this is a Berserker, but I'm hoping to resolve my 1 drops before I resolve my 3 and 4 drops, of course. So keeping in mind that synergy is a bit iffy, I would say. So Duskwielder goes out, so that makes our 40, and right like this. Go. Net. Oh, okay. I'm able to choose what do I want to do with my deck. I'll play first. Nice hand. Play, honestly. I'll go Cavalry, Pretender. I like to play out Berserker when I already have an equipment on the board, so that's why I play Cavalry out first. Less likely to they're less incentivized to trade with Cavalry than they would be with the Berserker. Okay, this is sweet. I think I'll just play the 3-drop though. You definitely pick Equip, but currently I do not really treasure. At the same time, I would be able to reserve Grid then pretty soon. Could definitely be a reason to play the pick out first. I think I'm on either Pretender or pick. Curious to what you guys think. I think I'll decide on Pretender because I like to have Pretender on board before I play the Berserker out. If I draw another land, my next turn would be Berserker pick probably. I think I'll go with that. So attack. Play out the Pretender. Berserker. So if I draw a land, I go Berserker pick. If I don't draw a land, I'm probably on the equip on the gold mine. I do draw a land though. Two, and we'll play out the pick that we're able to equip it next. Opponent needs 6 mana to activate the land. We're currently on 4. Opponent needs 1 more red. That is a sweet blocker, so I think I'll bolt the blocker, equip the pick on the Berserker, and go in. Opponent takes 5, so go down to 11. I don't see. I don't think that playing out the lantern right now is a good idea. Keep the pressure up. Could have also killed the Mistwalker, so then the Hulk would not be able to block, and I could deal 8 damage even. I'll give the option to block the Pretender, but opponent is most likely to block something else. 6, and I'll get pressure. I could re-equip on the Berserker. That plays nicely around Crush the Weak. Anything else? I mean, I have 2 5-drops in hand, so I wouldn't mind leaving pressure up if I don't draw a land. So I think I'll take the risk of a Crush the Weak here for the payoff that I can play my 5-drops. I have to watch the timer a bit. Best of 3. Okay. Really sure what was happening there? I didn't really see anything of opponent's deck, but opponent is most likely going to be play next turn. That makes skill rate a little worse. So I could go Smashing Success against the Frostbire, but I'm not sure that is correct. I could go Provoke the Trolls because it kills the Agar really nicely. And my opponent is red-blue, so most likely playing Agar. I can also just... I'll be on the draw, so I can... out a land. Maybe I'll do it like this. It's either this or I remove skill rate and board in something like Demonic Gift or something. You do that. Definitely board in trick. That's the play. Maybe Ravenwing, something to consider, but I don't have that many creatures like that. Honestly, this is a hard one. I think being on the draw makes Shadow very good because it's very likely that opponent has 2 creatures by turn 4. So if I have it in my opening hand, it's a very nice setup. I think Skull Raid goes out and I'll play the gifts. Either gifts or something very specific, but I haven't really seen opponent's deck yet. Could also go for Wither Crown. Nah. Not big on Wither Crown. Okay. Let us see. Ooh, Harrow. 2 picks and a demon gift is very nice to have in hand with the Berserker. And also picks are very good with reinforcements because it makes the 2/1s a lot better. Yeah, double pick is interesting, right? Let's go Berserker, and then turn 3 I'll go pick, equip, hit for 3, maybe. Be a nice line of play. Okay, we're not going to hit equip. Fortunate. I could just attack Demonic Gifts, just to clean up the Mistwalker, because opponent is very likely to block. That's definitely something that I could do. Do I want to trade my gifts for a Mistwalker? I think I do, right? I mean, my cards are pretty mediocre. So it's either... I can just attack, right? I can do that first. Then it's up to opponent. So opponent blocks. That was pretty like expected. So now we have the option to use my demonic gifts as a removal spell, and I'll just do that. I mean, quite a lot of value to do this. Doesn't really matter what land I play out there. So, and then next turn. Let's see. I'm not sure about my next turn yet. I think I'll just attack for 2 again, and then most likely just play out the reinforcements. Opponent is pretty likely to have a crush to weak here. I mean, opponent did not play out any creatures. Maybe the right play is to just Goldvein pick equip. Could also be a bolt, right? This is like a bolt, or for some reason I feel like playing around a wipe. Just find it very sketchy that my opponent didn't play anything on. Okay, it's a removal spell. That is fine. That is fine. I didn't lose a lot of value in that exchange. It only quite a slow play. Fortunate. This on Berserker, yes please. An extra Demon Bolt, that would be sick value, yeah. That's sick value. Luckily I can get my I can get my Pretender out of bolt range. Pretty sweet. Okay, so either opponent loses an Arcanist, or I deal 6 and get 2 treasures. It's up to you, opponent. Your move! Opponent decides to give treasure. Being the pirate that I am, I don't mind the treasure. I don't need it really though. I could make this 3/2s, but... Oh no, not both. I can make one at 3. I'll just leave. Yeah, need the treasures later. Can't imagine why, but... Okay. So if I attack with the... Oh, wait! I can make the Pretender insanely large. I can make it an 8/8. And then my opponent needs to honestly double block and then bolt. That is freaking insane. Yes. Okay. I'll attack you with an 8/8 or move. I'm very curious. Is this a double block plus bolt? That would be insane. Oh. Sure, opponent. That works as well. That works as well. Guess I'll still play out the Pretender. And still put it on Berserker. Still have a Berserker in hand. Probably equip big Pretender. That way it can block the Arcanist. That's the only reason why I did that. This just prevents 2 damage. I mean, it doesn't get it out of Demon Bolt range. Opponent might wants to... Oh, okay. Well, that at least leaves the Pretender alive. Okay, no Bolt mana is very good for me. The only unlucky thing is that I cannot make it a 5/5 right now. That is very unlucky. I'm missing. So I just equipped the pick, and that is punishing me now. That is unfortunate, eh? So this would make it a 4/4, so it would still be killable with... This would make it a 4/4, and opponent would block, right? I think I'm just putting the Hagimop on the board. And I'm most likely just re-equipping here, just so that the Hagimop cannot be bolted. Yeah, let's do it like this. Battle of Frost and Fire though is a sick card, and I'm given the cards, the amount of cards in hand, and the fact that this might draw 2. I was quite likely to win this game right before opponent played the run ashore base. I think the run ashore made this an even game, and then the Battle of Frost and Fire made it worse. It's also quite inconvenient. Well, I'll present to you another 5/5 Pretender, and I'll make 2 treasure. Why is Pup not a Berserker? That is a solid question. I don't think there's any reason to equip the Pup here, and this way my Pretender is out of bolt range. Oh, awesome, Paul. Okay. Let me see. Is there a world where I would want this? I don't think there is. I can make the Pup a 5/1 striker. So then the Pup basically trades. I think that's the play. I think equip, boast the Pup. Opponent block, so that costs me 5 mana. And then I can equip deck to deck the Pretender again. Is that the play? It is. Equip. Attack with the up, likely double blocking here, or I would do. Opponent does not block. Wow, that is interesting. Okay, activate 5 down to 4. Measures. Probably sell the shadow. Not sure whether I. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm not going to play it out anyway, and I have a lot of mana next turn. I don't think there was any reason to sell here. There's also this thing where people are telling you to not foretell stuff because it gives away information. I'm totally on board with, but just don't think it's as valuable as some people say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Hulk Cavalry would be able to block it. An opponent would only have 1 creature. I think it's the play though. So 1 deck. Offer the trade. Okay. Opponent makes me choose. I think I'll get rid of the 4/4 because then the 5/5 can get in turn of the strike. So I'll throw my pup for the hook. Nice. Let the see up. Turn. Yeah. This is interesting because now I can attack, kill the Arcanist. Opponent gives me the Arcanist. Now I have the Shadow to kill the Giant. Right? I think I'll do that. Well, I think I'll pass the turn, give opponent a... opponent probably plays out a creature. I'll target Shadow in response. Yeah, I think that's... So, likely either play something out or go to combat. Combat. Attacks with 7, 6. Shadow. Opponent. So this is a 2/2, right? And well, the giant is a lot bigger than my pretender. Oh wow. Okay, I'll take 7. Ouch. Does this help me in any way? Draws me a card. That game. Exile if I can exile target artifact or creature. So I could exile the 2/2, right? Opponent disdainful strokes this. Exile the blocker. Okay. T-Bolt is always a nice way to win a game, right? I mean, uh-oh, so much skill involved there. But we got there. So we got the first win. Deck is not great. There's some pretty strong cards in the deck, so just tuned in. What we're starting every game with. So I'm considering whether to make it a draw deck, so that even if I get the option that I choose draw game 1, but then I could maybe cut a land, play an extra creature. Might be a draw deck. because I have so few 2-drops. Like these games I was pretty lucky to get there with the 2-drops, but well, the reason I'm not trying to be a draw deck is because most control decks will simply be stronger than me in the late game. My late game is, I have T-Bolt, but that's it basically. So I'll stick to play first plan for now. Wow, a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop. I can ask for a better hand from this deck, so we'll keep it. Our opponent RJ Cool 7. Beat here. Oh, hello. Jasper. Opponent. I've thought. So it's either cavalry or foretell reinforcement. 3, I'm very likely to boast a pup anyway. I'll go cavalry and I'll pass the turn. Oh, oh. That's a nice poison target, I think. Gotta remove those Jaspers. Too strong. Okay. Yeah, vond wel wat. Running a bit low on resources here. So I have a couple of I have 2 options basically. Either I foretell this, or I play this on a creature. The third option is boasting the pup. My opponent did not find a 3rd land, so that is good. I think I'll just attack foretell this. Because I wanted to arse on the board ASAP. Like this. Hopefully I draw a land. Maybe. Not sure. Wow. Do I play this out as a 2-drop? Enters the battlefield. Each opponent reveals hands. Exile a creature card. Go for that. Could exile like the first thing that is playable in their hand, and then I can also just do. I think I'll just attack and probably play the Dwarven reinforcements. I think playing the Valk here is the fancy play. Necessary, really. Okay, opponent unfortunately doesn't have their 2nd color of mana in that way. So I'll board in the wielder again. I'll cut a land. I'll probably cut the Skull Raid again. Play the gifts. Like that. Reasons I make these changes is because I'm on the draw. So I have an extra card. So I don't need as many lands. I can take the other 1-drop. Well, we got a nice hand anyway. Never punished. Turn 2 is most likely reinforcements, and then turn 3 can be. Could bolt their 3-drop, depending on what they play on turn 3, and otherwise I just. And opponent mulligans, that's unfortunate for them. Getting on the play sucks. If I mulligan, let it just be on the draw. Wow, double mulligan after being so screwed game 1. That is unfortunate. If opponent does not play a 2-drop here. Okay, it is a 2-drop. Let me see. What is correct here? So I could do this. Yeah, I think it's Valky here, honestly. So the reason I'm considering Valky is because opponent only has 3 cards in hand. So resolving the Valky here is strong. At the same time, I mean, I already have 4 lands. Casting Valky on 7 is definitely realistic. I also just try to stay alive until then. So I'll go for that tactic. I'll just try to stay alive. Staying alive. So opponent no 3rd land. That is unfortunate for opponent. I don't see. Okay, so I could definitely foretell this. Assume my opponent has a play. So my opponent has most likely sold Wolf. I could get some shadow value. I'll get some shadow value. I'll let opponents play a second creature, and then yeah. So I'll get my shadow value. It's right now. Oh, now they had the option to and let them attack, but they had the option to play an artifact for cheap there. I probably should have done it their first main phase. Okay, Realm Walker is a decent card. That's a nice bold target. So my next turn is probably reinforced. That's also a turn 5 play, but I think this is a bold worthy target. Gives my opponents draws, and I don't like it when my opponents draw cards for 3. Go red land, Realm Walker, play out the reinforce. 2 more lands and I hit my Volk. Currently the board is mine. Opponent only has 2 playable cards. Rescue Shieldmate is a bad card. Struggle is sweet, okay. Definitely do stuff. That is a sick card. Okay. So 5-4 or 4-5 doesn't really matter. This honestly doesn't matter. I'll just play out the Hagi Mob. The reason I like the Hagi Mob is because it brings the Shieldmate down. That's 6. T-Bolt is getting closer. I'll attack with the Hagi Mob. Opponent block. Resting by opponent. Now ping this down. Jasper. Also the Shieldmate. If I was opponent, I would have just blocked, just jumped with the Shieldmate, and I would have just allowed that to resolve, and then I would have killed the 1/1 that came out of the Shieldmate. Decided to. Interesting line of play, opponent, and I'll just lay out the lantern. I'm so far ahead now. Maybe just wanna get my opponent down. Okay, RG Cool gives up, and 2-0 with a deck that I expect 2-0. I really appreciate you all being here. So thanks for that. I have to help my mom out quickly. She's low, so I'll be back in a minute. Have the deck quickly to look at. Let me know if you would change anything, and I'll be right back in like a minute. And I'm back. For staying with me. Yeah, let's see if we get the trophy with this deck. Would be nice. It was quite a tough draft. Ba, ba. Okay, always fun to play the finals. See if the good draws continue to come our way. So far we can't complain about any hand we got, and this one again is perfectly. We have a cavalry on 2, the pick on 3. If we draw a land somewhere and we hit with a pick, we could even play one of our 5 drops. So far so good. Opponent opening up with the volatile fjord. Strong opener by opponent. Ring hawk, that's strong. Another 5, so got enough to do on turn 5. Now let's get there. Draw a land or 2. Ring hawk, getting in for kill. Like we have a 5-color snow opponent on our hands. Horizon Seeker is very, very annoying. I'm considering, so I could equip pick, give the opponent the option to trade. If opponent trades, I'm okay with that. I'm not happy, but I'm okay. But at least opponent won't have an Horizon Seeker to The other option is just flat out bolt the Seeker, just to prevent opponent from finding the lands they need. I think I like the Goldfish pick line better, because it also puts my opponent in a tough spot, right? So they have the option here to either give me the value of the Goldfame pick hit, or trade their Seeker off. They decide to trade their Seeker off, and I'm fine with that scenario. Next turn, most likely I'll play my Rune on my pick to get an extra draw. Hope to find a land. I'll foretell my bolt. Get to turn 5 that way. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Discarding the Augur and a Mistwalker. Which is definitely a decent blocker, but it's not like I'm under any pressure here. So I had a 3-land opener. I've drawn 4 cards, seen 0 lands. I think I'll go for my 5th draw and hope to find a land here. There's also the option to just flat out bolt the Mistwalker or something, or at least keep the bolt up for any turn 4 or 5 play that my opponent has, but I think I'll just need to find lands basically here is what it is. I honestly hope to find a land here. It is a land, it is a tap land, but tap land is better than no land basically here. If I find an untapped land next turn, I can resolve a 5-drop. If not, I could decide to Skull Raid, or well, there are a lot of options from there on out. Opponent has the 5th land, attacks me for 2. 5/5 elf maybe? No, it's the Inga Rune Ice. Fine card, makes my opponent scry. It's also a 3/3, so my opponent is definitely going to deal damage right now. Oh. Ooh, Skull Raid looks juicy. So Skull Raid gets rid of their last 2 cards. I take 5 next turn. Not that big of a problem, honestly. The other option is Dwarven Reinforcements, but I'm not blocking with those anyway, so I still take the same 5. Yeah, I think Skull Raid is just too juicy here to pass up on, so make opponent discard the last 2 cards. Burg's Rider Morit, so very, very nice cards to have discarded by opponent. Very happy with that. Okay, yeah, we're buffing up the... So we're not taking 5, we're taking... The opponent is basically threatening us, threatening to kill us here. Opponent has 1 card. It's very, like, opponent has 2 cards next turn. It's rather unlikely that they're able to kill the Hagimob. I think it's time for me to enable the Hagimob threat. Next turn I can equip both Dwarven Bolt something, and then opponent loses a lot of creatures that way. Okay, opponent hawks, so we're drawing, discarding. I think these were the 3 cards that my opponent saw with Rune Ice. I think my opponent knew what card they just drawn, right? Discarding a hawk. So far opponent has been discarding playables, which is good for me because eventually opponent will have discarded too many cards. Okay, so the Inca is going to die. That is sweet. Let's see what the line is here. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm losing. I think the line is attack with Hagimob. Pay 3. Then I'll have 4 mana. So then I can either just bolt the Mistwalker or play out the reinforcements. I think I'm going to leave up the bolt, just to preserve my life total a bit. I think from here on... Oh, wait a sec. We also have the option to enable this. So that's 4, 5. Wow. Let's do the attack first. I'll attack. Opponent does not block. That is fine. I'll still kill the Rune Ice. I'll deal 6. Get a treasure. And I think I'll pass. Yeah, I think I'll pass. And I just Demon Bolt probably the Mistwalker. And probably in response to a spell. Because the only way I'm dying here is if they run amok their Mistwalker or something. Or give it +4/+4 or anything like that. Response to my Demon Bolt. So if my... That is making a 4/4. That is troublesome. That is definitely troublesome. So that would represent 6 damage, but I know I'm killing the Mistwalker. See, opponent is probably activating that. Yup. They are. That becomes a 4 hexproof. Probably go to attacks. Attack me with all 3. I'll bolt the Mistwalker. Take 5 here. Up. Going to attack again. And I'll probably kill the color before blocks because I'm going to do it anyway. Kill the color. Kill 6. Let's see, I have 3 mana left. I can definitely activate the land. Yeah, and then I'll gain 3, right? No, oh, it only deals 3. Still, I'm going to do this. I need to get rid of the card. I need to give my opponent less ways to kill me, basically. Oh, okay. Is there a way I die here? There definitely is, right? Run amok, any other pump spell. Okay. Get the game. Let me see. So opponent is probably going to be on the play. 17, so I'm getting rid of a land. So my normal board in would be Demon Gifts. Oh yeah, I can check what the foretell spell was. That is very smart. Stroke of a Scamphor it was. So oh, thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly without an E. So it was a struggle. So the discarding the Bergstrider and the Morit was very good. Oh, hey, Midnight Scene. Thanks for the follow. Hey, Kim. Thanks for the effort you're taking. I really appreciate it. Yeah, making them discard was very strong. I think I'll keep the skill rate in. Making this opponent discard is insanely strong. I don't think there's much value in playing the Turgid Shadow against this opponent. The Hawks, the Augur. Sure. I think I like the Troll better than the Shadow, to be honest. Also play the Demon Gift. So this deals very cleanly with Avalanche Scholar. The Avalanche Scholar definitely was one of the stronger cards in the deck. Unsure, maybe I should just keep the Shadow in. So few. Tough one. Go for the gifts. Let's do it like this. So opponent most likely on the play. Draw. Badam. Yep. It's a sweet hand. I got the wielder 1, 2, or foretell the bolt turn. Then we'll go from there. Another 5-drop that I'm very likely to play anytime soon. Not the best draw, but take it. Arrow. It's a pretty sweet bolt target, so I'll be just attack for 1. Okay. Trading a Runamok for an Avalanche Collar is value. Now I just need lands. Lands. Land of the Live-In. Wow, if that's your turn 3, that's horrible. That is horrible. I think I'll foretell a bolt here. Just foretell the... I should have attacked. I think I missed out on the free damage. I think my opponent would have never blocked here. I think I missed out on the damage. That was my bad. Like after killing the Avalanche Collar with the Runamok, I assume my opponent would not have blocked, but who knows. Okay, that's a very nice bolt target. If I don't draw a land now, I'm pretty sad that I foretold the reinforcements. If I draw a land, then yeah, I think foretelling the bolt there was always better. Any scenario. I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay, opponent. Crying. Bum, bum. Oh wait, I have my camera still in the right. We drew a land. Yes, we drew. Is this a bolt? I think this is a bolt. I think this is just too clean of a bolt to not take. Like I'm under no pressure. Inga is definitely something I wanna get rid of. there any reason to wait with the bolt? I don't think there is. I'll just bolt now and the turn. Not sure. I mean, playing a pretty slow game here. I have a strong turn 4 and strong turn 5s in hand, so that is definitely convenient. So if I get the lands, I think I have a pretty strong game plan here. We'll see. If my next draw is a land, okay, that's not a land. Fortunate, eh? I think I'll just play the reinforcements here. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that we're not drawing the lands here, but can't really complain. Our draws were so good this entire game, so Striders, very good card here. I think I'll just kill the Bergstrider. I mean, I'm just trying to stay alive. I know that my opponent has fight spells and stuff like that. You know what? Let's just pass the turn. Or no, I think I'll attack with the 2/1. Attack. Like, I was thinking maybe I want to keep the bolt to answer a fight spell or something from opponent and try to blow opponent out, but I think this is just a line where I can deal 2 free damage. I'm assuming opponent is not trading with the augur. So I think this was a clean line. I tend to be greedy with removal spells and try to get a 2-for-1, stuff like that, but I get blown out by the +1/+1 hexproof quite a lot due to that, so I think this was a very safe get 2 damage in, don't be mad about it kind of play. I like it. Opponent pretty low on snowlands here. Only 1 snowland currently, which is tapped, so I think that is costing opponent. Another bird, wow. Okay. I think this is just a clean deck with the berserkers. If my opponent wants to trade, fine with that. Yep, opponent wants to trade with one of them. Fine for me. And I think I'll just play the Axguard Cavalry. Get another 2/2 on the board. Yeah, I like that. They're all berserkers. I mean, this Ravager is going to deal a shit ton of damage. If I ever get to play it, that is. Hey, there's the Frostland. So we found a Frost permanent with the Augur. So opponent getting value off of that, which is sweet for opponent. Currently I have a clean attack for 5. Let's see if opponent resolves a creature here. Bam, bam, bam. See. Opponent in the tank, binding the monster, so that deals 2, but... Oh, we found our 4 land. Whoop, 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 whoop. This makes me wonder if is it correct to play the Ravager here? I mean, we know our opponent has a lot of snow permanents in the deck. I think this is just a clean Ravager on the Augur, and then I'll go from there. Like, opponent drawing more free cards of the Augur is just very punishing. So I think, and especially having the Poison the Cup still in hand, maybe play the Ravager there. Hawk still generating value, but not less than the Augur. I mean, the free draw is very good. Okay, opponent putting permanents in the bin right now. Okay, we're fighting with the Ravager, I assume? No, okay, we're just getting rid of the 1-drop. That is fine. Offering opponent trade here, or I get a free crystal. Opponent takes the trade, so I traded a token for a 3/2. Kinda happy with that. Okay, so opponent is a large flyer. Pretty nice. And opponent is going to gain a life, which is unfortunate for us. Yep, that deals 3. What are we playing here? Bergstrider, Moritz. What is it? Give it to me. Give it to Okay, let's... I'm quite afraid of Disdainful Stroke here, I think. I think we've seen Disdainful Stroke, so I think I'll just attack first. Get the damage in. Wow. Am I sad if my opponent Disdainful Strokes my Dwarven Reinforcements? I am a bit sad. I mean, I would like to target them with the Kennel Master. But at the same time, getting Disdainful Stroke out of opponent's hand to free up space for the Kennel Masters is sweet. Okay, I'll leave it at this. I should have reattached probably. Probably have reattached. This keeps it out of Frostbolt range, but I don't think that's don't think it's likely that that is a card in my opponent's hand right now. Okay, there's another red source. Opponent 8, so still on 16. It's pretty able to target the Ravager with the Kennel Master is also pretty sick. So doing opponent. If this is the fight spell, I assume opponent would have already used it, right? 5, 6. I'm very close to casting this. I think it's just this. And here. And opponent needs to chum block both birds. Is that what's happening here? This chump, that would be horrible for opponent. Okay, it's chump 1. Okay, that is fine. Get the crystal, and I'll leave it at this. Opponent down to 4. There's still the frost thingy, of course. Okay, that is also a very good card, so that bounces back a lot of my cards. That leaves the Ravager on the board. Yeah, this is lethal. Sorry about that, opponent, but that attack was pretty brave. Yeah, that attack was very brave. I mean, I get it, but one removal spell, one bolt would have won the game. One squash, one whatever. Probably wouldn't have attacked there, but yeah, thanks. Clean trophy, I guess. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Got there. Wasn't expecting his deck to perform that well, but not going to complain. Quick screenshot and we'll dive into another draft.